Here is Nikkei Asia. The U.S. is taking aim at Chinese shipbuilding, an industry we don't even have. This report from Nikkei is from 11 May 2024. In a weird coincidence, I'm sure, this report from the Center for Strategic and International Studies came out only the day before, on 10 May. The CSIS is a very large public policy think tank, an NGO in Washington, D.C. A lot of their funding comes from governments and also from big defense contractors. This is from their website. Annual donations of $250,000 and up. General Atomics, Lockheed Martin, Northrop Grumman, those are all defense contractors. 100,000 to 249K. There's Boeing, their defense mainly. Bloomberg, I guess that's where my subscription money winds up. General Dynamics is defense, Raytheon defense. Here in the donor list are also companies from Korea and Japan. Fujitsu, Hanwha's Korean, Hitachi, Mitsubishi, Nikkei, NTT, Samsung. And here are government entity donations to the CSIS, $250,000 and up. Could be $250,000, could be a lot more. United States, Japan, Korea, UAE, Taiwan. Going back to their report then, the threat of China's shipbuilding empire. Should we suppose here that the CSIS has a better understanding of shipbuilding than Japan or South Korea? Why does Mitsubishi Corporation or the Japanese government or our own Defense Department need the CSIS to write this report? To ask the question is to answer it. Obviously, it would be self-serving. No working class American who remembers all the shipbuilding jobs heading to Japan is going to care now that Japan is losing some work to the Chinese. And our Defense Department needs someone else to say that China building tugboats or container ships is a grave national security threat. This is why the CSIS exists. They write these reports, they testify before Congress, they share their findings with media outlets, and they get interviewed again. And basically they're spokespeople for the people here on their corporate donors page. And that's how this works. Paragraph 1. China is the biggest shipbuilder, but it's not just ships, it's a broad national security interest. Foreign capital and tech are flowing to China, and that all helps China build their navy. China's success isn't displacing U.S. shipbuilders, those are all gone. It's Japanese and Korean shipbuilders who are suffering the most. We find that in paragraph 3. Readers who check out the headline, the first few sentences, see that China's shipbuilding is taking over the world, and this is a grave national security threat. And later we find out that Japan and South Korea are the ones losing out, going from over half of the world's market to 40% now. And in the next 10 years, the majority of big ships will be China built. So now they hit hard again the national security problem. It's a matter of national security. And in a 3-year period, 64% of merchant ships orders from Chinese shipyards came from foreign buyers, not Chinese buyers, in other words. Lots of these orders came from our close allies in France, Japan, and Sweden. So Japanese companies are buying ships from China instead of Japan. It's right there. Did anyone ask them why? Are these Chinese customers unaware that Japanese companies also build ships? Here is the money pitch. We need to reinvigorate the United States battered shipbuilding industry, a multi-decade process which we can assume is going to be super expensive, and we should assume will involve a lot of the companies on their donors page making a lot of money. Then comes integration with key allies like Japan and Korea, who also happen to be paying more than $250,000 a year to the CSIS for these reports. And this last bit, which is talking without saying anything, reminding potential buyers that the same shipbuilders building cargo ships might also be making boats for the Chinese Navy.